Hey guys, so last week's video we ended with the message that you regret every photo you don't take. And to make sure that you take enough pictures, it's good to set self-assignments as a photographer. And these are kind of limited goals, limited ideas for photo shoots that you can execute within a day, a week or a month. What these exercises do is that they force you to do it with a certain intention. And by shooting with this intention, you allow yourself to grow because it becomes way easier to judge these photos afterwards. And the goal for today is to shoot those places that are a mix of the man-made stuff and the nature. What do I look for when I'm trying to take these sort of photos? Well, we're shooting now with daylight. It's winter sun, so that means that it's always quite directional. So it's not straight above, so it's not giving these flat shadows, but it's actually giving the longer shadows. And it will do that all winter long. I had to hurry a little bit because the train was coming, but this was actually the perfect picture that kind of summarizes what we were looking for today. It's this mix of nature and human-made stuff. And then with a low shutter, you can get this motion blur effect with the train. So something useful that was told to me is that it's actually smart to look back every once in a while because you're walking a certain direction, taking pictures in a certain direction, but that only means you see one side or one perspective of the place you're at. And sometimes that can cause missing shots if you don't look back. The main reason I actually go to this location to shoot and that I normally go just outside of the city is actually very simple. We Dutchies, we like to build everything connected to each other, which is good for public transport. But if you build everything attached to each other with houses, that kind of sucks. Because we have what we call rijtjeshuizen, row houses, to translate it very literally. And in these smaller villages, most houses are still on their own. They're not connected to each other. And I think that visually way more pleasing to look at. But yeah, the light's gotten perfect and we found this little park and I think we can shoot something really nice here. So let's see what we can get. Oh, good tip, take off your lens cap when you're shooting. Helps with letting in light. Lol. So again, I'm trying to get some foreground to give some context and then have a line or a subject that leads you into the photo and directs the viewer's eye. We tried to go a little bit deeper into the forest, but we noticed that it actually didn't work because we were missing light, but also the mixture of nature and man-made stuff is a bit more difficult inside the forest. So that learned us that we could actually stay a lot closer to the edge of the forest. So as you shoot, you learn. I'm trying to use the leaves of the flowers as a frame within a frame. So you have the frame of the photo itself. And then I try to add an extra layer by making the foreground subjects kind of block the empty white space and force you to look at the house. So again, what we did before, filling the negative, so the empty space, the white sky, with some interesting foreground elements. So that was today's shoot, and a quick reminder that I want to give for setting yourself self-assignments. It should not be your goal to shoot your best work during these days. If it happens, perfect, but if it doesn't, that is not a disaster. It's mainly a brain exercise, but also keeping your skills in terms of controlling your camera fresh. So it's not a mission to shoot the best photos. You purely do it to make sure that you're ready when you get to these situations where everything is perfect. Because then you will know automatically what to do, how to frame it, and how to take that like 1 in a million picture. But to shoot that 1 in a million picture, you have to practice, practice, practice. But practice with intent. So have a goal and shoot. In Call of Duty, when you were just shooting randomly with a gun, they would call it spraying and praying. That's not what we're here to do. We do pray to the photography gods, but we shoot with intent.